Hello everyone and welcome to my first game of Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. We are at the new start screen. We have the volcano and some reference to natural disasters and climate being important now. So what are we going to do now? I'm going to create a game. There are a few new scenarios, and you know that in this channel I like going with historical scenarios, so I will definitely try the Black Death, and there is one missing here. Okay, I actually heard about this. I saw someone posting on Reddit that only the Black Death was available, so there is one missing. Hopefully they will add it very soon. There were supposed to be 2 new scenarios. I will play them. Eventually I will show you how to beat them on their difficulty as soon as I learn how to do it, of course. But first let's just try the expansion. So I will create a game. Let's go to advanced setup, and I usually play on Didi, but this is my very first time with the new set of rules in Gathering Storm. So I will do the exact same thing I did with my very first game of Rise and Fall. I will move this to Immortal. Now let's point out I have read just a few things about this expansion. I have seen like 2 or 3 videos, but very short ones. I have not seen like full games of from the people that had the game a week before everybody else. So I actually don't know exactly how the new mechanics are going to impact strategy. Let's remember, in this channel I focus on strategy especially. So even playing on Immortal might be challenging. Hopefully I will lose. It would be really awesome if I actually lost this game. I didn't lose my first game of Rise and Fall on Immortal difficulty. I also didn't lose later on my first Didi game on Rise and Fall. So hopefully the new set of rules in Gathering Storm are going to be a bit more challenging. I know there are bigger changes this time, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to go with the standard map, standard everything, standard sea level, rainfall, temperature, start position, yes. All of the victory conditions, this is fine. And I think we can we change the number of like of natural issues, like temperature, rainfall? Yeah, no. Okay. Wait, let's go back a second. I think we can change the amount of natural disasters or something like that. Somewhere. Okay. I do not find it. Alright. I think it was somewhere. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's move this to Immortal. Let's put everything in standard. Oh, this one here. This big one here. Man, I was totally blind here. Okay, disaster intensity. That was ridiculous. Anyway, 0 to 4. Okay, so this is nice. If we want the game to be very crazy, we can move it up to 4. And if we think that natural disasters add too much randomness, as it happened in Civilization 4, for example, people used to turn them off completely because it would just add randomness to the game. So if the same thing happens here, I will just move them to 0. For now I will try at 2. We will go with everything standard. Okay, now new leader. I know that some people have uploaded games with Pachacuti already, the people that had the game before everybody else. I heard that someone played with Canada, and I think a couple of people are also playing with the Maori. Maori, or however you pronounce it. I don't know the language of the Maori, so hopefully my pronunciation is not completely terrible. Anyway, I'm not going to play with the Maori or Canada or Kupe. Kupe is the leader of the Maori. Okay, they look really nice, but as I said, a lot of people are already recording this, so I don't want to repeat stuff. Let's see, we have Suleiman, Pachacuti, we have Hungary, Kristina of Sweden, nice. Do I want to go for the diplomatic victory already? The thing is, I have no idea what's the good strategy for diplomatic victory, so probably not. Eleanor of France or Eleanor of England. I really like this idea of a leader that historically has been the leader of 2 different civilizations. I mean, you could play unrestricted leaders in Civilization 4, for example, and then if you want to do it historically, I guess you could get Charlemagne, and then instead of going with Holy Roman, which was his default, you could go with Germany or France. But then unrestricted leader would also give you crazy things like the Washington leader of the Inca or something like that. So this is a very historical thing that I really enjoy, but I'm not going to play with her because I want to try a new civilization. I'm very tempted to play with Phoenicia. Dido has been the leader of Carthage in Civilization 5, and she comes as leader of Phoenicia this time, which is nice, but I'm going to play continents, not an island map, so maybe she's not going to be so good here. I'm thinking either Sweden or Hungary. Hungary has more production from a river. Okay, yeah, sure. A building, the thermal bath, building unique to Hungary, +2 amenities, +2 productions. This looks like could be nice. It could be nice to play domination with Hungary. I just played the domination game with Shaka, so maybe not. Mansa Musa, not the first one for sure, because Mansa Musa requires a very specific strategy. He has less production and more gold, so you need to produce fewer buildings and buy more buildings, and maybe buy more units as well. So that's a very unusual strategy, probably not the best idea for the first game. I'm thinking about Sweden, actually. Let's see, Kristina, 3 global slots, blah blah blah. Okay, great works, so that's fine for cultural. Nobel Prize, Sweden gain 50 diplomatic favor when earning a great person. Oh, that's nice. +1 great engineering points from factory, +1 great scientist point from universities. Those 2 are very good for scientific victories. Having Sweden in the game adds 3 unique. I cannot move the arrow there. No, I cannot. Okay, so you'll have to follow it with the eye. Okay, I'm going with the Nobel Prize thing. Having Sweden in the game adds 3 unique World Congress competitors starting in the industrial era. Okay, fine. That's going to give us more diplomacy with the World Congress, which is one of the new features, so that sounds nice. Open air museum, unique to Sweden, provides +2 loyalty per turn. Okay, yeah, let's go with Sweden, whatever. I'm going to play with Sweden, nobody did it yet, so I don't know if I have any Swedish viewers, but that would be nice. And let's put some new leaders. So, Eleanor of England or France? Let's go with France, so I have a rival for cultural victories. And then we cannot have duplicated leaders, so we cannot have Eleanor of France and England on the same game. Let's go with the Maori. Let's go with Mansa Musa. Oh, I didn't consider Suleiman. What does Suleiman? Maybe I want to go with Suleiman. Suleiman, Grand Bazaar, siege units, blah blah blah, more amenities. Yeah, this is also good. This is also good for domination, probably. Okay, let's go with him. Let's go with what else? Do we want the Inca or Canada? Inca. You know what? I could just remove France and add Canada, and we will have all of the new civilizations in the game. But Canada looks like France looks like a better rival for tourism. So maybe I want to keep Eleanor. I'm going to keep Eleanor, so Canada will not be here, unfortunately, for them. Or I could remove the Maori, actually, because everybody's recording the Maori for some reason, and so I can put Canada here. I guess that should be nice. Yeah, so you're going to see a lot of the new stuff, okay? Hopefully you like that. And let's start the game already. Okay, that was a long introduction. I never do introductions that long, but hey, we have a new expansion, right? So I guess it's only appropriate.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water,
we have the Swedish. Let's take a better look at this.
To man taking his
oh,
first
I'm not
upright
getting.
steps,
I'm not getting the bonuses here of the unique building, unique improvement. The Carolean. Have you heard the song Carolus Rex by Sabaton? If you are Swedish, you probably have. It's a very good song. I recommend it. You have the version of it in Swedish and another version of it in English.
Let Sweden be the guiding star for other civilizations to follow. Once more, the world has a need for great patrons of the arts and culture, and it looks to you.
Okay, thank you for that, Shonbin. So the world looks to us for great patrons of the arts and culture. Hello, welcome to Gathering Storm. This guy will introduce you to new features. Okay. The World Congress is where you make your voice heard, blah blah blah. Resolutions and discussions. Resolutions affect all civilizations, such as banning a luxury resource for gaining extra amenities, blah blah. Okay. Discussions are potential score competitions or emergencies that members of the World Congress may join, like World Games or a religious emergency. Members can summon a special session if they have an emergency they need addressed, like a request for aid after a natural disaster. Okay. Diplomatic favor is a new form of currency. My diplomatic actions will give me diplomatic favors, that's fine. Alliances, city-states of which are suzerain, success in world competitions, okay. There are major and minor ways to gain diplomatic favors. Okay. This looks like a lot of new stuff. Well, hopefully this lots of new stuff will help me losing my first game. I mean, I'm not going to go for defeat, obviously, but I want it to be difficult, you know. Try trading for other players' favor. Okay, you can spend your diplomatic favors to extract promises, buy votes in the World Congress. I guess that's useful for diplomatic victories. Okay. And then gathering diplomatic, starting in the modern era, players will be able to use their diplomatic favor in World Congress to compete for diplomatic victory points. Win the resolution to bring yourself closer to victory or to prevent other players from achieving their own. Other players may request, and when they have been affected by a particularly catastrophic natural disaster. Sorry. Provide the most aid in the ensuing score competition and you'll gain more diplomatic victory points. Okay, interesting. So if you're a nice guy and help each other and help other guys, then you will get more points. The previous warmongering system has been replaced with a new representation of how other players view your warlike actions. Grievances. Okay, I did not like the warmongering system, so this should be good. Now, when other players wrong you by denouncement, declaration of war, or capturing or razing one of your cities, you gain grievances against them and may retaliate in kind with the world's approval. No longer will you be denounced for a fair, punitive city capture after an unjustified war. Well, that's nice. You can also use grievances to request promises from other players. If the other player continues to go against your wishes, as you indicate in this manner, they will continually generate grievances that you can use to justify a war against them. Good. Okay, this system looks good, the grievances system. Let's hope it's actually good. Then in Civilization 6 Gathering Storm, the environment around you, okay, from blizzards to dust storms, okay, so floods can give you more food later, but initially they will destroy your stuff. I already watched all the videos about this, so we'll skip it. Volcanoes are high risk, but they create high reward, so they create very fertile areas. Volcanic soil is highly valuable and very fertile, so that's one thing you have to consider. Geothermal geothermal fissures. New features that apply benefits to nearby buildings or additional amenities or tourism. Okay, so you can be like Iceland, I guess, and get tourism from geothermal things. Okay, good. Strategic resources have been divided into two types, fuel and material. Fuel resources are used to meet the power needs of your cities, whereas material resources are required to produce resource-dependent units. Okay, cool. Yeah, I also read about this new resource system, so we'll see it during the game. And then we can create global warming by burning fossil fuels, which is really cool. Flood barrier, okay, we already know about this. There is plenty more to explore, etc., etc. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, sure. So the only extra thing, where is it? The icons, please. Thank you very much. What is this? Mountain range. Labels, desert labels. Yeah, let's turn on all the labels. I mean, sure, why not? So, what is this? This has changed. Okay, the floodplains look different now. That's interesting. Anyway, one thing that I want to know is the Carolean replaces the pike and shot faster than the pike and shot plus 3 combat strength. Okay, per unused movement. Oh, so if I leave them very close to the enemy and then I attack fast with using just a few movement points. I will get extra strength, which is very nice. Queen's Bibliothek. In building, this building provides 2 slots of writing, music, and any types of art. 1 governor tile. Oh, okay, that's a very good building actually. The Queen's Bibliothek. Where can I build it? I don't know where can I build it. Open Air Museum unlocks the builder ability to construct an open air museum unique to Sweden. +2 loyalty per turn in this city, +2 culture, +2 tourism for each type of terrain in which at least one Swedish city is founded. Oh, so I want to found cities in different types of terrains, so I get more extra culture and more extra tourism from the open air museum. 1 per city. Tiles with open air museums cannot be swapped. Very nice. That is super nice. Okay, so I will try to get 1 of these per city and try to found cities in the different terrain types. That's pretty cool. I want to know, where can I build a Queen's Bibliothek? Let me check this out. In the Government Plaza. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the second tier of buildings in the Government Plaza. Makes sense. Alright then. What are we going to do? Do we want to sell here? There are no volcanoes. We can get the flooding from the rivers, but we still want the housing, as we did before. We are not coastal. Can we get the river and the coast? No, we cannot. Well, that's a shame. Oh, and I think if I get the settler thingy, like, I can see if these guys will float. This guy. Susceptible to flooding, but apparently not susceptible to rising seawater's level here. I think you get that with this expansion. So anyway, we found a new continent. Yeah, of course. So you always start in a continent, I guess. Okay, so I can go here or here. I think I want to go towards the east. What was that? This one, we have a village. Okay, well, the graphics are certainly different now. This is a jungle, right? Yeah, rainforest. Okay, so it's nice. And we have, what do we have here? Wheat. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think I'm going to sell here. It's very defensible, you know. You have to come from the sea to attack it, or you can attack it from here. If you come from the north, you have to cross the river. So it looks like a nice spot for a capital. A city is placed within 2 tiles of a river that could flood. Okay, that gives you era points. Well, that's nice. That's a new thing. Choose research. Should we go the usual way? I think we have a few new wonders. The Great Bath. Floodplain tiles along the river containing a great bath are now immune to flood damage. Though the food and production bonuses from flooding drop by 50%. Should I try to go with this? I mean, on Diri I would never go for an early wonder, to be completely honest with you. But on Immortal, I mean, maybe. I would never start with pottery though. You know what? Let's not go crazy. It's tempting, but no. No, because I don't know what's happening here. I might have an enemy very close, you know, and even on Immortal that will be dangerous, I guess. Okay, so we want to go all the way there, of course. What is that? Dal River. Okay. I like that the map has the names of the places. Do we have that stuff with full screen map? Oh, well, that's fun. Okay, strategic view. Okay, yeah, we do have the names written there on the strategic view. I think it's going to be easier to read that with the strategic view, probably. Anyway, we need to cross the river if we want to get to that village. Okay, turn 3, we still haven't met anyone. We boosted the wheel thanks to this village, so thank you very much, village people. So where do we want to go? I kind of want to know more about the area around my capital rather than going too far, especially because barbarians could appear anytime now. I read some people saying that in their first Gathering Storm games they found more barbarians than usual, so we will keep an eye on that. Oh, okay, natural disaster, moderate flood, rising waters overflow the banks of the river and spill into the land beyond. Okay, so what's happening now? We have a flood here. Okay, thank you very much. Grassland. Grassland floodplain, so okay, nothing really changed into land because there was nothing built, so that is something to consider. Do we want a builder now, or do we want a settler first, or do we want to get a second slinger? I mean, we want the 3 improvements boost. You know what, because this is Immortal instead of Diddy, I'm not going to go with the second slinger. 0 population loss, 0 unit skill, 1 tile gain fertility. Which tile gained fertility? This one here? It gets a bonus research? No. Plains, floodplains. Okay, I think this one has more food than a normal plain. So I guess this one gained fertility. That's interesting. Okay. Plains, floodplains. Okay. I like how the map changes with that stuff. It looks good. So I'm going to keep exploring this area with this fella because we have this slinger. Okay, so we are really at the bottom of the continent, like in a hidden corner.
If there are no dogs in heaven.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go pottery. Maybe I can get a wonder if I'm semi-isolated, which could be the case. Probably not, but I mean, I'm definitely in the corner of the continent, that's for sure. Okay, so we have the Dal River here and the Clara River over there. Okay. So do the names of the rivers depend on your civilization, as they do in Civilization Revolutions 2, which is a cell phone version of this game. I don't know if you guys played it, but you can give names to forests or plains or rivers, and the names you can pick depend on which civilization you're playing with. Oh, don't tell me I'm completely isolated, please, game. That would be a little bit annoying, to be completely honest with you. Okay, let's get the usual stuff. Do I want a... I might want a Pantheon. Wait a second. What do I have? I have a lot of wheat. I'll have cattle. So one pasture, another pasture, another pasture, and another pasture. Man, we have so much milk. Okay, and another pasture. So much cattle. That's just ridiculous. Okay, we will have a bunch of pastures. This is a plantation for spices, plantation for incense, plantations for cocoa. We will have some pastures and we will have some plantations, so I might want a Pantheon, but maybe not right now, since we will not actually be able to get all of that stuff immediately. Okay, you know what? I'm going with the usual stuff of production. Screw the Pantheon. discover a second continent. I always go with this one first because it's boosting it is just random stuff. So more olives here. It's fine. Okay then. It looks like I could actually be fully isolated, which would be a bit ridiculous in my opinion. And I guess I'll just go settler now. And I'll go and get this. Hopefully, can this tile get flooded? And Dal River, blah blah blah, grassland. Grassland, floodplains. Okay, so this one cannot get flooded, I think. That's fine. Okay. Okay, another village. That's nice. So, am I completely isolated? That would be completely absurd. They give me some money. Okay, I'm fine with that. Boosted foreign trade. Well, how about that? That's nice, isn't it? Just what I was researching. +1 production here. Boosted horseback riding. All is well, all is well. So we're going with this. Do we want to grow in... wait, we'll unlock this and that. And then 4 turns or 3 turns. I'm going to grow in 3 and then get this production and get this probably in 7 turns, maybe 6, I don't know.
No man ever wetted clay.
No man ever wetted clay. Well, some men wetted clay for sure. Mining? Quarry, mine. Yeah, we are going to need a mine, definitely. So, hello, someone, Kumasi. Oh wait, I'm the first guy to meet Kumasi. Oh, it looks like I'm seriously completely isolated, guys. Okay, +2 culture. At this point, is a lot of culture. So it's really nice to get a free envoy on a cultural city-state for free in the early game. Really, really nice. And I think this guy should be coming back because there will be barbarians for sure. We will expand towards this floodplain river, which is kind of risky, I guess, unless I manage to build that wonder. But hey, all of the rivers have this flooding risk, so you know, there are no hills next to the river apart from the one I already settled. So no hills, no hills, no hills. So I'm not going to be safe from flooding, and actually if I do it here I have 2 rivers that could flood. So that's interesting. Where am I going to settle? Like here maybe? Let me see. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. I could settle here. I will have these hills 2 tiles away, so I will eventually get production. Not initially though, but soon enough. And I would be eventually getting the cocoa or something like that. Or I could settle on this side of the river actually. 1 2 1 2 3. Okay, like here I could be closer to the hills. Yeah, I think this one is a better tile. This is plains. Where am I? Plains, hills, and then this thing gives me Snowtown, desert, plains, or grassland. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's hills or no hills. So I kind of want grassland actually, which I'm not going to get. Floodplains. Floodplains counts as something different. No, it doesn't. So 1 2 3 4 5. I don't know, man. Here, I guess here. Yeah, it's still plains, but I will find some grassland later, I guess. And desert for sure. So I will have at least 3 different types of terrain. Anyway, let's go here and fog bust a little bit. Fog bust, I mean removing the fog of war, okay? So you don't get barbarians appearing in the place where you want to send your settler. because that would be most unfortunate. So, next turn. The fact that nobody has met Kumasi yet strongly suggests that I am completely isolated. Well, at the very least I semi-isolated. Okay, there is this isthmus here. Okay, well, Kumasi seems to be in a peninsula as well. So, like a smaller peninsula for sure, but still a peninsula. There are hills there, so maybe they haven't met anyone yet, just because they are semi-isolated too. I shouldn't have gotten this builder so quickly if I was going to go for pottery. That was a mistake. So we decided that we're going to settle here or here? Here. Yeah. Still no barbarians. Weird. I thought I would get a lot of barbarians, but apparently not. Yeah, we are just waiting for mine in here. This one will take a while. This one will take a while. You know what? If I'm sending this guy here, I could immediately farm this, boost irrigation. Yeah, that looks good actually. I can immediately farm this tile, then boost irrigation, and then get this luxury. Hello, Hungary. Hello, Matthias. King of Hungary, source of my scourge of my foes, and defender of the faithful. Okay, yeah, it's an honor to meet you, and so on. I would love to sample your hospitality for sure. I just boosted writing, got an era point, and Buddha. Oh, of course, Buddha and pest, huh? Duh. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you for your gift. Denounce, declare surprise. Oh, a lot of grievances for declaring a surprise war. Ask for promise. Promise not to spy me. Surrender my cities. Convert my cities. No. Okay, he has only one city at this point. I mean, apart from Buddha, of course. Okay, this guy waits here for busting. Yeah, or I could actually for bust from the hill. Yeah. Next turn. An unmet city state has been defeated. Do I want to go for the Pantheon already? I think not yet. I'm going to say not yet and just keep researching. So we need craftsmanship. I really need to boost it. 17 turns. I'm going really fast here, probably because of the 2 points from that city state. I'm going faster than usual. Yeah, we want to boost this one as well, to be honest with you. Okay then. So we have this sort of mountains separating Hungary from Kumasi. That means I will have this extra 2 culture points for a while. They will not capture that city state immediately, as they sometimes do. That being said, Hungary is pretty good at medieval war, I think. They have like special stuff. Okay, I don't know. They have some good units for medieval war, I think. Anyway, that's going to be relevant because I don't have so much room for peaceful expansion. I can get I don't know if I can get 8 good cities here. Probably not. Probably something like 6. Especially if he starts expanding towards this side of the land, which he's doing already. Yeah. If he starts expanding towards my part of the world, we're going to be in trouble. So, do we want to start getting a trader already, or going for the Great Bath? That is the big question here. Trader could get me production, which could mean faster Great Bath. Oh, I have to purchase a tile. Well, that's annoying. Okay, let's try to get this one. It's cheapest one. Okay, I would never do this if this wasn't my very first game of Gathering Storm, to be completely honest with you. That feels like a very weird thing to go for a 23 turn
Who deserves more credit?
wonder on turn 24. Seems rather ridiculous. We want to put a few turns into irrigation, which we're going to boost very soon. So I might get landlocked by these guys very soon. That is something to consider. So I will probably have to end up building something like a boat to explore this continent a little bit more through the sea. That's fine. Build a city. I'm guessing trader at this point. You will do this. Boost the irrigation. Go here. Lock production. Lock some food. Okay. That's all good. And then this fella can get me this luxury here. Okay. That's nice. Irrigation is coming in 6, which is roughly what this guy's going to take 3 turns to get here, but that's fine. Okay. Buddha and Obuda. That's not very original, isn't it? Oh, okay. So on Immortal difficulty, the Great Bath goes away on turn 29. This means on Deity difficulty is going to go even faster than this, so you basically can never build it. It's another Stonehenge. Another Stonehenge, basically. Never try to build it on Deity, that's it. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. Anyway, it wasn't good strategy to begin with. Another settler. I kind of want to expand quickly, because I don't want this guy eating my land. There is not so much land in my peninsula. Rivers, Sagia river floods. Oh, in Hungary. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that. I'm guessing those floods actually could make the game easier, because if the AI has no idea how to deal with them,
Thousands have lived without,
and it probably won't, then it's going to delay them, because it will have districts built around rivers before you do, so it's going to delay them. Those early floods are going to delay them a lot more than they're going to delay you. So that's something to consider. And where do we want our next city? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It's better to focus from the hills, because you can see more land. That's something to consider. I should probably be building another slinger, but yeah, on Immortal I guess you don't have barbarians. Okay, well, minor resource writing. Writing is already boosted. It's the only one that's boosted at this point, except for the wheel. Well, the wheel is a technology that you always want to get, but I am going to go for a few turns on archery first. Okay, so there is obviously nothing else to explore over here.
it was luxuries like air
Do I want to send this guy east to try to meet more people, or should I just go back? I think I will just go back, because the thing is I don't have units. So I will just go back and then send a boat to explore. That's probably a better idea. This guy's boosted, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got all of Early Empire. How did I get all of... Oh, because I boosted Early Empire, I got to 6 population. Okay, that makes sense. I guess we're going to go with the same old. Did anything change here? What will we try to win? Diplomatic, science? Maybe science, I'm thinking. The first promotion of this guy is just terrible, but the next ones are good. Especially provision. So we'll get him to Stockholm. I could wait until state work first to finish the settler. That would be a rather interesting idea. But it's gonna take a while, right? I have 5 turns here and then 14 here, unless I can boost it, but it's still quite a lot. Now I'm going to build one more settler without Magnus' promotion, and then I'm going to use his promotion. Someone got Stonehenge on turn 33. That's almost as fast as it can be on Didi. Okay, so we reached this point. We have a few rivers, we've seen a few floods. We know that the Great Bath on high difficulties is completed by the AI super fast, so you cannot really get that wonder unless you conquer it, of course. And I think that's it. Let's see how this game goes. It looks like eventually I will fight against Hungary, but right now, not yet. Not yet. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video of Civilization 6 Gathering Storm.